Welcome to episode 16 of the Igloo. I'm Nick. I'm not reading the full name because that's a lot of effort. This is episode 16, like I said, December 15th, the day this is supposed to come out, a Friday. I'm running a bit behind on this episode, which is why I'm recording it really late in the day, and it's probably going to come out literally an hour after I record this. Hopefully, if I can get it exported and everything in time. But yeah, I'm not gonna go into that. I don't want to get too hell-bent on that. If anything, I'll go into a little bit more on another topic. But let's get into this episode 16 of the Igloo, where we've done a lot. But yeah, I have to lower the settings in this game. I forget. It's probably gonna be like way too high because I play this game at like the highest settings a lot of the time. That should be good. Usually I would stream before playing this on stream. Or I would stream before playing this for the Igloo, but I didn't want to because I was lazy. And also I've kind of just been busy with school. But yeah, I guess actually I'm gonna move this topic up a little bit and I'll go into I guess more detail about it after this. But I haven't streamed purely for the fact that I've been busy with school because it is finals week. It's like it's about to be Christmas and shit. It's like the busy time of the year. So I've just been kind of busy with like all that. In particular, I've just had like way too much shit to do in terms of school. Like I'll go into a little bit about this, I guess. I guess I'll just move the full thing now. I'm just gonna flip them. I can literally just copy and paste change them, but let's just get into the game while I'm doing that. Um I've been busy with school. It is finals week. Shit gets really fucking like. There's a motorcycle driving by. I wonder if that picks up. Probably not. I probably just talked about it and I didn't even have to. That's good for conversation. Um, yeah, it's finals week. Things get busy during finals week. I'm a college student. I have finals, like I'm saying, and yeah, it's something because holy moly, this is my third semester, the third semester altogether, and wow, this is the most finals I've ever had. The most amount of finals I've had since I started, because I took four. So this since I started, this is my third semester technically. Yeah, this is my third semester. That's what it is. And yeah, holy moly! Out of all, this is out of all three now, I could say confidently this has been the most anything I've had out of all of them. I think if anything, the work I had for the last semester was harder, but I definitely have had more shit to do this semester in terms of like just getting work. There's been way more work than all the other semesters I've taken. As in last semester actually, I would say it was my hardest semester. Easily my hardest semester. I took four classes and they weren't easy classes either. I took physics and I'm not good at physics. And I took basically a bunch of other shit and it's basically a combination of a shit teacher from one class, a really hard subject, but a teacher that probably couldn't teach. And I say probably couldn't teach purely for the fact that I still say this since the very first episode of the podcast that the reason I passed physics is because of my friend who is just really good at math who taught me it. And yeah, I still thank them a lot of the time for that because they are flat out the reason I passed my physics class. I say that with a straight face. I'm very confident behind that. But yeah, I had my physics class last year plus two other classes, which I say like one. I only really consider one to be really annoying, and that's because that's the class I went on the rant before about. Excuse me. Fuck. Two sneezes. Someone was talking about me. I believe in that shit when you sneeze out of nowhere. I believe that people are talking about you when that shit happens. It might just be paranoia, but I believe it. I think there's some form of weirdness behind it that somehow your brain knows and it makes you sneeze. There's a lot of other weird shit in this world, like that twin shit when twins like can share certain things or whatever. I don't know if that one's true at all or if that's just like a myth. But either way, I believe it. Um, either way, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I was saying with fucking physics. Basically, that year, last year was so fucking difficult. Easily, it was ridiculously difficult. I don't, I still don't believe how I passed. I really shouldn't have passed that class. And then the other class, I've already been on that rant before. You can go back to a older episode of the podcast, especially if you're new here. Obviously, if you're new here, welcome. If you're old, welcome back. Um, if you want to know about that, I've talked about that in an older episode. Also, I gotta fucking change the graphic settings again. This game doesn't like OBS for some reason, and I don't know why. Really weird. I'm gonna lower it to low, but we'll make it we'll make it a little lower. Hopefully this should help. Did that help? Might have. Game looks a little shit now, but you know what? I'm gonna turn it up a little. Either way, let's keep going. I'll worry about the graphics as I go. Um, yeah. So that was the if anything for a quick explanation why that year sucked. It was purely for the fact that that was the year I almost got expelled from my school because some dumb bitch used AI to prove that I was using AI, even though I didn't use AI and I had to disprove it. And I almost got expelled from my school because of that. Also, this is still going. What the fuck? Um, and yeah, it was really just some dumb bitch who didn't know what the fuck she was talking about and a bunch of other stuff. I should have did something with the school and everything, but I still regret that to this day. Um, it's just that's a lot of effort, and I never went through with it honestly, but I should have. I easily could have made this teacher lose their job if I wanted to, but in the moment, I didn't do it. Neither did my parents, so I'm not gonna bother with that because that's a lot of effort for something that probably would take a lot of money just to get like I don't know almost no money back in return. Especially because that would probably be the point of it. But either way, I'm not gonna go on that rant again. I've already been on that rant before with this. I want to go forward with a different topic. Um. Oh yeah, but yeah. It's basically just been really busy with school, and this is finals week, so that's why it's been busy. Um. Let's see. Next topic. I guess we can continue with. Okay, I'm gonna switch these around then because I wanna. It's like it's because this was originally gonna lead into the other one, but because I went to this one already, I'm just gonna go with the one that I was gonna lead into it, which is the finals. The finals is a really cool game I've been playing, which I've been waiting for a long time now. It is finally out. The finals is not school. It's actually interesting and entertaining. Um, it's basically this game, right, where you were in a giant like game show, I guess you could say. Yeah, game show. And in this game show it's you and two other people. So like, teammates, all that shit. Contestants they call them. Uh and your goal is to basically win the objectives, which is usually basically like really crazy bank heist. And I guess bank heist, I really don't know how to describe it honestly. The game is just so wacky, it is hard to explain it without playing it. I was gonna play that on here, funny enough, but I decided not to because OBS does not like the game, and I don't know why. I tried to like before I recorded this, like 4 minutes before I want to say, I was just trying out games to see what game runs the best in OBS, but no matter what I set the settings to, it would just still lag, and I don't know why. But it's probably because it's a new game, like the optimization isn't the best. Saying that, I have friends who play this game that lag, and like I occasionally lag while playing the game. Not too much. Like the game runs fine, and I run at the highest settings. But even when I lowered it to like the lowest settings, the game still didn't want to like work with OBS. So I didn't play that today. But I might try it in the future. Maybe I could change something I didn't think about changing. It could be like Battlefront. That cool to think about Battlefront if anyone's ever tried streaming it here, um, or record it. It actually runs better if you run it in windowed. as in like a windowed, like you don't do full screen, you do windowed. I don't know why, but in the past when recording with a friend of mine, Andy, you probably know him, sure I need to check him out. Um, that game for whatever reason runs way better in windowed mode. As in, how do I explain this? For whatever reason, you get like better FPS, no lag or anything in windowed. It's kind of like how Minecraft, like if you don't notice too, Minecraft actually runs better in windowed. It also allows you like to tab out without like the whole game like going black screened or whatever for a second. So there's like multiple benefits behind it, but yeah, Minecraft's also one of those games that's like, oh yeah, we run better in this mode for some reason, and there's no real reason behind it besides the fact that the developers behind us were not the best. And I don't blame Battlefront for that. I'm gonna put that out there right now. I don't blame Battlefront for the developers behind the reasons, because they were made by EA. That's EA's fault. DICE is a great studio. It's just EA's like troglodytes. They don't understand what the fuck they're doing, and they actively hate their developers. I swear. I'm convinced behind that. Um, yeah. Either way, finals has been really fun. I've very much enjoyed it. I should say. Um, I'm playing with like two gamers of mine, and occasionally just by myself. I have good amount of hours. I'm not in the best place with it right now, as in it's pissing me off because the tank class is so god awful sometimes against every other fucking class. Specifically, anyone that has a gun, that could shoot rapid fire, it's usually worse against. Purely for the fact that I did this discover something that I wish I knew only last night about the finals, which is you can actually sprint backwards. I didn't know that. It's not the biggest thing. It has proven to help when I was practicing, but it's just more annoying that I didn't know it from the start, and I would say it's pretty useful for the most part. I have won a lot more fights being able to basically backpedaling. So a lot of the finals has just been backpedaling, and I hate it because I play the big boy tank, and the big boy tank, he tends to lose a lot of his fights purely for the fact that he is not as fast as half the classes, and they have better weapons than him. I have for context, the build I run is depending on what build I run, I run a couple builds, but you can have reserves and shit. So my build constantly changes. But my favorite build to run is what do you call it? Shotgun plus RPG. It is very much fun. If not that, I'm using RPG and Sledgehammer, and it is super fun. Like RPG plus Sledgehammer is just a fucking amazing build, and it works, right? Like when it does work. But the biggest issue with the build is everybody, and not even just light class. Like I know, like the big thing I've been hearing around is the light class is just super good, which it is. It's too good in most places. Like they have literally everything in the book. Like if it was a Hunter in Destiny when you play Crucible, but the bigger issue is just everyone has a gun they can backpedal with. While this class doesn't really have that, because LMGs don't get that kind of range. The fucking anything, really, compared to like every other class. And it could just be me being shitty, I'm not gonna act like I'm not. I'm not gonna act like I'm the best player in the world. So it could just be me being shitty. But, I will say with a straight face that, the light class is still really fucking good, saying that it can fight any class and win. And do every fucking role on the team just as good as everyone else. You know the point, like when you play games like this, it's about teamwork, cooperation, and shit like that. Not when you have a light class. They can do it all for you. They can go invisible. They can run super fast with their shit. They have guns that can 1v1 an entire team. It is crazy. And I can say this too, because I've picked up the light class before, and I've used them. They're really fucking good. And, like, sure, I could just keep playing as the light class, but I want to play the big boy, because the big boy's fun. Like, I like playing the big boy because I enjoy playing it. I'm not gonna switch my build just because something's better. That's like, in Destiny, just because Hunter's the best like PvP class, you should play them. It's like, no, I want to play my Titan. I want to play my Warlock. You shouldn't. My issue with them is they do everything 10 times better, and it's like almost forcing you, like making you mentally want to play them just because they are overall better. Even though I don't want to, because I would rather just play the class I enjoy, which is literally just a fucking a giant fucker who can ram through walls or has a giant shield. That's why I like using it. The class is fun because it's a huge fucking Goliath that can break down walls. It really is that simple. There is nothing else behind it. I just like using the big class because big class is funny. But God, is it shit. At least it feels shit. Maybe I'm learning new tech as I go. Like, I learned recently. Like, this game is good. Like, I may be shitting on it a lot, right? But I love it. I play this game almost every day. This has been, like, my game I've been playing. Like, I do a final, I do a homework, I play the finals. Like, it's ironic because I know I mentioned a second ago that, what do you call it? Like, about finals, like, real, like, school finals. And then, like, I'm also talking about a game called The Finals. They just coincidentally came out I say coincidentally came out, like, a final is, like, the final as in school is a DLC or game I've been waiting for, but the finals as in school coincidentally came out the exact same time my school finals started. So it's really goofy, because I will finish school finals, and then I will go play video game finals, which is really funny. But, yeah, it's really goofy. And it's really fun because it's really I've been looking for a competitive shooter to play for a little bit. I'm really competitive. I get fucking pissed when I play that game, which is one of the reasons I haven't streamed it. It's because I get so mad. I honestly just don't want to be baby raging on stream just because I'm like really bad at the game, even though I'm enjoying it. Like, that's the thing too. I say this to all my friends when I play this game. I get mad at this game, but I enjoy it. It's mostly just it's because I care is why I get mad at it. I want the developers to change some stuff that I personally am not enjoying. I want them to do stuff like that. And I even think I'm not just thinking only for my heavy boy too. Like I think that the heavy doesn't actually deserve a buff. Funny enough. I've talked about this with my friends before, particularly the one friend I usually play this game with, that I actually don't think the heavy needs a buff. I just think that the other class, as in the light class, deserves a nerf, because they do everything like 10 times better in every way. They can do everything that the heavy class does without needing the gear it uses to do it. And that's my problem with it currently. It's like, it shouldn't be like that. The heavy class should have a purpose. It shouldn't be basically almost replaceable. And I mean replaceable, like completely. Like how a Titan, or what do you call it? A Warlock back in year 1 of Destiny 2 could be replaced by a Titan just because they had a barricade that did Lunafaction, but it was built in the weapon. And then the only reason, I say this too, but I'm not gonna go into the Destiny shit. If I wanted to do that, I could do it another time. I've already ranted about Destiny plenty of times. You know how I feel about fucking year 1 of Destiny 2. Other stuff like that. It's all in other episodes. And if I want to, I can. Someone puts it in the comments. I can make it. I can make that a topic in the next one. I just don't want to rant about it because I do it like almost every other time I rant about Destiny. I feel like, but it has been fun. I want to keep making that clear because I'm not done talking about it yet. But I want to make that clear that it is so much fun. It's just that I care and I want the balancing to be there. And like, I don't think the heavy, I'm calling them Titans at this point because it feels like Destiny, like Titans versus Hunters. But basically what I'm saying is I don't want them to nerf or buff even the big boy, because I just don't think it's necessary. I don't think the big boy needs a buff purely for the fact that the big boy is fine. He is just getting like out everything. And I think the best way, because the thing is too, a big boy could take down a medium class not that it like demolishes it, but a medium boy can fight a medium class and evenly lose. It is an even match between that class and this class. The problem is when you fight light classes is when that goes down the drain. Because when a medium class or when a light class fights any other class, they just win. They are so fucking good at what they do. I feel like the only time I ever beat them is when I have somebody with me, or when they fuck up beyond all belief, and they're like usually just garbage. Like you can tell like they're good if they're bad, but like by the way they play, you play a video game, you can tell who's good and who's bad, and you just know when you're up against a shit fucking light class, because you just feel like you go from like, oh fuck, I'm gonna lose to, oh no, I got this. This guy's shit in like every way. It's just so obvious, like when they're bad. It's kind of impressive how they're bad because that class is really easy to use. I have picked up that class about 3 times now, I would say. I say 3 times, but like that's like across like entire like multiple days basically. It's been like 3 days I've picked up these classes, so I have like multiple days on these classes, but I should say, and yeah, and I've dedicated hours on them, and I do fucking good with them. Like I could do good, like confidently say I do good with that class, like the light class, and it's cool because I don't always like to play the same class. I do, play the heavy class the most because it's my favorite class. But I don't like the fact that I could pick up one class and feel like I have an actual advantage when picking it. And I mean in every way. Like I could fight. I've been talking about heavies versus lights all the time. This goes for mediums too. The medium class feels like it loses just as easily. If anything, it has a better chance because it actually has better weapons. As in the medium class, get a shotgun that can one shot those guys. Like yeah, that's what it is. Medium class has a shotgun that can one shot them, and an AR that can outspace them. It has weapons with range slash the speed and damage to fight them. Big boys just don't have that. But even then, you really gotta sweat your ass off as a medium class to beat a fucking light class sometimes. It's not every player that's like this too. It's just when you get those players is when it's annoying. Because, like, not everyone's a sweat at this game. But fucking hell. It feels like it, because how easy it is to pick up a light class. I feel like a sweat when I use that shit. Because I feel like I feel better as a player when using the light class. But either way, I guess other really cool thing about that game, if you don't know what this game is, I should probably explain it. Basically, the goal of the game is you and your teammates are robbing banks, like I said earlier. I'm gonna go into more detail about it, if anything, now. And if you, depending on which mode you play, there's one mode where your goal is basically get 20k, and there's going to be these 2 vaults that are worth 10k each. Your goal is that one will only spawn in at a time. You and your team are supposed to get that vault and deposit it. But you're also up against another team of 3. There's 3 teams of 3 in this mode. And the thing that makes this mode interesting in terms of like the challenge behind it is the fact that just because you got the vault doesn't mean you won. You need to bring it to a thing that will basically open it and deposit it into your team's bank that you get to keep for the rest of the game. And then, but you also need to defend it after you put it into that thing. Because that means they could steal it and transfer it into their bank. Not that it moves from location to location. It's basically like, imagine fighting over a fucking credit card. That's the best way to put it. You were fighting over a credit card with another team. And it basically, I guess, credit card, a check maybe would probably be a better way to put it? No, you're fighting over a check. That's the best way to put it. And that check is addressed to anyone that could put it in. Yeah, let's put it like that. Basically, look at it like a check that everyone's fighting over, and you can, it is a lottery ticket. That's the best way to put it. Anyone can check in that lottery ticket. You need to wait for it to go through. But while it's going through, you can cancel that and make your ticket go through into your account if you get it through. And that's like with your team and everything. That's how it goes. And you have to do that until you reach 10k or 20k. So there's going to be multiple vaults. So, it's basically the first team to score twice is probably an easier way to explain it. First team to score twice wins. And it's really fun because the vault could be in the weirdest locations. Like, there's like a train map that technically it's kind of like a train, I guess is the best way to put it. And it's basically a train. And it can move, so you have to follow the people on the train as it's moving. You can, like, put this in giant towers, but because it's the finals, a tower doesn't mean shit. You would think, oh, people are just going to camp it, and you're going to have trouble getting up there. No. Whoever told you that's dumbass. Because the big thing with the finals is its big thing of gameplay is everything can break. You could break all the walls in the finals, everything in it. So like I play the big boy, right? So I use my sledgehammer and I will break through all the fucking walls. I have an ability where I tackle and can ram through walls. I have C4. I can break everything. And this other classes have breaking options too, but my big boy, his big thing is make a way through. If anything, one of the big things of my character, especially with my big shield, where I basically I walk around and like hold up a Reinhardt shield, or even if I drop down my Winston bubble shield, my big thing is take the point and hold the point. That's how you're supposed to play my character. I am literally a Winston / Reinhardt, and it's super fun. Yeah, I have a lot of fun with it. Like breaking through walls is fun. Like whenever I'm playing with my friends, I'm like, I gotta go, and I'll ram through a bunch of fucking walls just to get us to the point. And it's literally just your character screams like a fucking Viking too. Like you literally just hear like ooh, and then you'll see me coming out of a wall. Like if it's a highlight intro in Overwatch. It's really fun. Actually, I have to try this. I haven't. Oh no, you can't do that. Never mind. I was gonna say I want to try combining my moving shield with my charge, but you can't do that because technically those are your ultimates, and you can only have one ultimate for game, so you can't do that. It'd be cool as shit though, especially if they combine them both together. But either way, that's the finals. At least the first mode. Actually, I'll talk about the second mode too, just to like end off the finals with that. Then I'll go to the next topic. Really cool thing about the other mode is your goal is to get the 40k this time, but there is no vaults in the traditional standard of the finals, as in you don't go to you don't open up the vaults like I mentioned for the other one that you put in the point, defend it, all that stuff. The way you do it this time is the whole goal behind it is you have this big fucking you have this giant map just like usual, but this time you're up against 4 teams of 3, and these 4 teams of 3 are trying to reach 40k. You can kill them to drop coins, which can basically each coin is worth 1,000. So kill your enemies. I was gonna say kill your teammates, but I realized how dumb that was. Your goal is to kill your enemies. I keep saying teammates, and you need to steal it from the enemies, or you need to go to the points of extraction where they're going to be basically drops randomly that increase as the match goes on. As in, sometimes the drops are going to be 3k, and as the match goes on, it can go up to like 4k, 6k. I've seen it go up to 10k, and it's fucking cool. Because like you're basically like trying to like you need to get those coins, because then you need to go to the deposit site instead of doing it the way using a rocket. Oh, it's huge. Instead of doing it the way I just explained earlier, as in you deposit and need to defend it. No. This time your goal is to go to a point and just hold E on it, or I guess if you're on controller, whatever button is on controller. So I know this game's on console too. This game is on console, to my knowledge. So if you want to play this, I believe if you have a console, feel free to try it out. It is fucking fun. I recommend it. Yeah, your goal is basically go up to the machine and hold E on it. Basically, it's like before you were deposited check, you need to wait for it to go through. This time, you're trying to put your money you're trying to put like dollars basically into a machine that is rejecting it, and you have to hold it down, kind of like when you reboot someone in Fortnite. You have to just hold it down. It's a hold mechanic, and the cool thing about that is you can kill people while they're doing that, and you can stop them by breaking the machine. This also goes for the other mode too. But say you're below someone and you know you're not going to make it up top in time to kill them. You can break the floor where the machine is that they're depositing into, and it will cancel them from doing it. And then you can just kill them and deposit yourself. But it basically is, to sum it up, second mode, deposit 40k with getting coins. The big thing with that mode is getting coins. Every vault you open is coins this time. And you open them on the spot, and then you have to run to a deposit machine. It's literally, that is the whole mode, and it is super fucking fun. I love it a lot for my big boy too, because whenever I got coins, I will just ram through every fucking building, avoiding everybody, just so I could go deposit. I've had like 10k before, like 12k sometimes too, and I will just fucking book it. Running through every building, running through every player. The whole goal is just get to that fucking room and get the money in the bank so no one can steal it. because it really just ends when someone reaches 40k. So you gotta deposit as fast as you can. But yeah, I did that, and or I do that, and I win, and it's fun. But it's also super competitive because we lose a lot too because people are really good at the game or just have better team composition, whatever you want to, whatever it is in the moment. But it is super fun. I forgot to heal before the fight started. Unfortunate. Either way, yeah, great game. I think we're gonna finally end off the finals conversation, saying that I've been talking about the finals probably for majority of this thing today. But yeah, great game. Download it. It is completely free. It was announced during the Game Awards. It's completely free. Did not expect that, honestly. I thought they were going to charge for it, but they did not charge for it, and I'm super happy about that because it is so much fun. I love the game so much. Okay, next topic though. Uh, Pixelmon is here. I was going to play Pixelmon on here, right? But I decided not to. Purely for the fact that I was having some issues running the game, saying that I just switched over to CurseForge, and my settings are a bit fucked at the moment. Because before I was just using the regular Minecraft launcher. I launched the game, I get into it, I have fun. But I was having some issues with the CurseForge launcher because I switched back to it recently. For a while, I didn't use the CurseForge launcher. Yeah, I didn't use the CurseForge launcher. I switched off a bit because a friend of mine was like, no, don't trust them and shit because of stupid reasons, basically. That didn't make any sense. But either way, I wanted to switch back because I like that launcher a lot better. And now I'm using CurseForge's launcher. And, it's way better. It's just that, my settings were a bit fucked, and they still are a bit fucked. And it's purely for the fact that I'm building a really big build, so I don't know if it's my build, because it's a lot of stuff to load in, if it's because I'm literally running Minecraft on a whole new launcher now, so it could just be lagging a bit, because, you know, it could be the fact that I'm literally just playing the game on a new launcher, and it's still loading everything in and getting used to it. Because as I do play, it gets better, by the way. It's getting better as I play. It's just that this world is really big, and it's on a server, so it could just be that. This is in my server here. It's not like I'm running it off my computer. This is a server that a gamer of I guess I don't really know him that well. I'm not gonna say a gamer mod because I really don't know him that well. This is a friend of a friend. How's that sound? At least that's how I consider it. And yeah. Oh my god, snipers, fuck me. Um, And yeah, it's been really fun. I picked Mudkip to start off the game. I want to put that out right away. How to pick Mudkip. And it currently goes up to Gen 4, but only a little bit. It's a bit hard to explain, but the server does have some issues right now, as in, we only, at least when he was discussing it with us, when I was helping out, fix the server and everything, he only wants the server to go up to Gen 4 right now, and later down the line, as it goes on, they will release more Pokemon from each generation as it goes on. I don't know if that's going to be full releases of entire generations, or if that's going to be, just a batch of Pokemon from a bunch of, generations at once. Because if that's, depending on how that goes, I personally don't care. Because, I like all Pokemon. I don't hate too many. There's a couple shit Pokemon that I don't think anyone likes, but for the most part, I like most Pokemon. Let's say that. Let's say it like that. It's way better, especially because I don't shit on someone's favorite Pokemon then. Which I will not talk about Pokemon that I hate because I don't want to shit on someone's Pokemon just in case. All Pokemon are cool. Just some are worse than others in every way. But I like Trubbish, so if it tells you my taste in Pokemon, you can determine it right there. Trubbish is cool. But yeah, I've been building a really big airbase that I think I actually showed off on the last episode. Yeah, I think it was the last episode, funny enough. Yeah, it was the last episode. And I've done it before prior to that, I believe. I don't know if I did it on stream or not, but either way. I have a pretty big base I've been working on, which I think is coming out really nice. And it's mostly done. I just need a lot of andesite for a dumb part of the base. But it's basically just, it basically is just, how do I explain this? Giant sky city from Star Wars / Fiona and Cake / other shows that exist. I wanted to build a sky base, so I built a really big sky base, and it's been really fun. I like it a lot. But yeah. There's not much really to say about that. It's mostly just been Pixelmon, and it has been super fun. I caught a shiny Mudkip recently, or not shiny Mudkip. I caught a shiny whatchamacallit, Magikarp. That's the name, and that was cool. Shiny Magikarp's cool. So I'll be getting a Gyarados soon. I got a Pokemon literally called Stick, purely for the fact that he holds a stick. I think that's funny. So I have all that. Um, Good times on the server, though. I've been playing with a bunch of buddies of mine. I live near a couple of buddies of mine in the game, funny enough. So we're all basically, we're like unintentionally roommates, like to some degree. We all wanted to build our own bases because, um, at least me, I like to live in my own base and I don't like to share a base with people. Not unless, like, we talk about it in advance. But most of the time, I like to live on my own and just do my own thing. It also adds a lot more replayability if I make my own base, so I like doing that. But ooh, yeah, we'll take that. Um, it has been super fun though, super fun. I've been playing that basically all week. That's been like one of my other games I've been playing. It's either Pixelmon, depending on how much time I have, right? Because finals can take a long time because matches go on for a while. I will either log on and play the finals or play Pixelmon, but mostly just Pixelmon. That has been like the big game for me for the last couple weeks. Or I say weeks, it's been like a week at least. Um, it's fun. And it finally came out as the big thing, because I talked about it for a while. I was waiting for it to come out. It's finally out. It's not my server, but if you're interested in playing on it, it's a guy Matt I watch. It's Asai on Twitch / everything like that. Cool guy. And believe me, it's a sub server, so all you have to do is sub to him, and like you can use your Prime sub for that. You think I would promote myself on my own Twitch, but I would rather have more people on the server because it's really fun. I don't care about Twitch streaming and shit like that. It's not important to me. Um, but yeah, if you want, it's just a Twitch sub, and then you join his Discord server, and he will whitelist you on the server. It is super fun. I've been very much enjoying it. But yeah, that's it for Pixelmon, I guess. I don't really have anything else to talk about. That's too big. Everything else is kind of just projects I'm working on in it, which I'd rather talk about when I actually work on them. I might stream that next time I do it. But who the fuck is barking so much with this dog? Someone must be here apparently at my house because the dog is barking. But whatever. The parent units will take care of that. Let me mute this. Actually, give me a second. Actually, mute it? No, I was gonna mute it. We'll just end it off here because there may be somebody here. And either way, I gotta get this out before like it gets too late. It's already 6:38 in the reality zone. So that's it for the Igloo. Abrupt ending because I think this works out that somebody's here. So either way, abrupt ending. I'll be here next week. I'll try to get this out earlier if I can. I know it's gonna be uploaded really late, but either way, that's the Igloo. I will see you gamers next time. Words and such.